So for the closing the door example, assume the robot executes a closing action on a door. What is the probability that the door state is actually closed? We don't know. We can't say with confidence because the gripper may have slipped, the robot may not have actually reached the door, etc. So we would have the following state transition diagram for the robot closing the door. The probability that the door is closed, given that the robot has made a closing action and we knew the previous state of the door. So if the door is open and the robot makes this action, then the probability is 0.1 that the door is still open. It's 0.9 that the door is closed. Or if the door was currently closed and the robot makes a closing action, we are 100% confident the door will still be closed. And we don't have any action for if the state is closed and the robot opens the door because the robot is only doing a closing motion. So we're going to integrate the outcomes of these actions into our probabilities. So for our continuous case, the probability of x given y is the integral of the probability of x given u and x prime and the probability of x prime dx prime. In the discrete case, the probability of x given that action would be the summation, the probability of x given that action and the previous state x prime, times the probability of x prime given the action u. If we once again make an independence assumption stating that we can get rid of u in the second sum because there is no reliance on the state of the previous state on the robot's action, then we can rewrite this as the probability of x given u is the summation over all x of the probability of x given u x prime times the probability of x prime. So now we have the resulting belief for closing the door example. So the probability that the door is closed, given that the robot has executed a closing action, would be the summation of the probability that the door is closed, given the action in the previous state of the door, times the probability of the previous state of the door. So that gives us 15/16. Have a robotastic day.